Dazcat 1195 Sueños was commissioned by Rupert and Dazcat Kidd and launched in 2010. Rupert has been sailing multi-hulls for over 30 years and is a keen short-handed sailor and racer. He has an extensive list of race accomplishments, including classics such as the two-handed round Britain and Ireland, two-handed AZAB, the Transat, the O-Star, as well as others like the Fastnet. The family lived on board their Outremer Bagheera for many years until the children reached school age. Then Rupert and Isa began the search for a boat that Rupert could race until the family were old enough to go cruising again. They found Dazcat and Multimarine, and Sueños, meaning dreams in Spanish, was launched. Rupert and Sueños have raced many thousands of miles together, and then, over the winter of 2017 and 18, she became the convertible she'd always been destined to become. A freezer, washing machine and water maker were installed, along with extended sterns to make boarding easier, new lithium batteries, a solar farm and other cruising adaptations. Then, having completed the two-handed round Britain and Ireland in 2018, the family set off on a 7-month cruise that saw them overwintering in the Canary Islands. I, Dazcat Media, had only ever known Sueños and Rupert in race mode, so I was delighted to be invited to join him and his friend Alan for the cruise back home.
How long is that stay? That gets you there on Monday morning. No, that's Sunday night, isn't it? Yeah, so I guess Monday-ish sometime. So that's, yeah, I mean, this sometimes feels a bit optimistic. Okay. I had a quick chat. Would something like going faint, I suppose, box, opposed to the cards for Sarita's birthday? Yeah.
I'd flown into La Palma the day before, having decided to join Rupert and Alan only about 4 days earlier, when Rupert let me know the weather window was looking good. Sueños was very welcoming, and after a few quick jobs we were good to go. Leaving La Palma, Wednesday the 20th. Very light winds at the moment, and there's already quite a little bit of swell going out here. We've only just left the port. It's a beautiful town, and last night I found out that apparently back in the days of the Spanish Empire it was the second largest city, is that right? Third largest city, and there's evidence of some amazing architecture, very high, volcanic, and Rupert tells me it's the greenest island as well. More rain. So here we go. Motor sailing for the first part, and we have just about 5 knots of northwesterly wind, which hopefully will come round, give us a bit more and a better direction as we progress.
Younger rocked on it. Last erupted in 1971.
That's quite recent.
Yeah, I mean half the eruptions in the Canaries, half the volcanic eruptions in historic times have been on the south end of La Palma. It's one of the highest mountains above the base elevation. It's 4,000 metres of water depth. So 6,400 metres above the bottom of the highest, only one of the highest like that.
Pretty spectacular.
Last view really of La Palma. Not much wind, so we're snow free, making the most of it. Cedeira, right in the distance. Euro, you can just see. You see Tenerife over there, just.
Small ones. Just a quick hello. So we're setting up the screecher now. It's about 1:30, 2 o'clock, Wednesday the 20th. Just turned the engine off.
Fully alright. That's because you've got the sit-down job. Oh, no point getting old unless you get crafty. No, we want to see how much hard work it is. Yeah, cool, really. So when? wind.
First dawn at sea, just beginning to glimmer the horizon, and the moon, which has kept us in virtual daylight all night, just gone behind a cloud up there. First sunrise at sea. Unfortunately, we're still motoring. How's the night been, Alan?
Oh, in fact, not much.
Rupert is on the porridge. How's it going, Rupert?
Oh, we're being filmed now, aren't you?
Sorry.
We're filming. There should be some regulations about this. We can't shoot ones unavailable.
Very quiet night we've had. Alan saw some dolphins and pilot whales.
Yeah.
A couple of ships, and that's about it, really.
It's cruising mode, Rupert. Cruising mode. Oh, yes, but our plans take a wee while to mature.
Okay. What does it say the wind is planning at the moment?
Well, it says we should be getting swinging nearly south, doesn't it? 10, it should go up to 10, it's up to 10 knots, that's all right at the moment. Yeah. See, I think it pays us to be further east because as the wind increases, Sterling got 10 knots at 9 o'clock tonight. No, it's picking up to 15. And it's going to the southeast. Well, it comes back round. Then you could start to head north. Yeah. 15 knots. You'll get the. So we'll get some move on, won't we? Get some good speed on. When did it say we get there? That's Saturday, 6 o'clock. Yeah, it's lying. Why? Ain't gonna be there Saturday, 6 o'clock. Evening. Oh, okay. That's doable. Actually, at the moment we're ahead of it. Where I last set it, when I set it last night.
Engine has just gone off. We're sailing really nicely. Just over, or just under 8 knots. Sueños looking good. Big screecher up. Nice ambient temperature. Fishing line came in overnight. We did catch something yesterday. We caught a seagull, which apparently flew away happily. I didn't want to know. And a fish that got away. So the tack's given way at the foot of the screecher, and we're just lashing it with a bit of dyneema so that we can furl the sail and get a shackle on there. Doing an on-the-hoof repair here. Got Alan out of his boat after just an hour.
Nice bit of string. Tricky is how we get something there. It's going to have to be something like this because we've only got, and that's probably too big. Oh yeah, we just pop up the Chandlers and get a 6mm version of that.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, Rupert, it's got a curved needle, a big curved needle.
Rupert, do you have a big curved needle?
Perfect. So what we might do, we need something to put it through with. I've got the idea. I'm sure I'll need it somewhere.
We've done a repair with dyneema because we couldn't get the shackle pass through the loop. It's probably much stronger. This is the thing that gave way. Looks like it's the welds that's given way.
Yeah, it is.
But that, yeah.
Well, it's a ring. They welded together. It is the welding. It's a welded ring. Yeah, it's rusty.
And we couldn't get these through the loop because the ends are too bobbly and they kept catching on the tape. It's coming up for 6 o'clock on Thursday. Sueños is humming along beautifully, between 7 and 8 knots for the most part, in 9, 10, 11 knots and 3s, heading much more in the general direction that we want to be going now. And although we cannot claim to have had a hard day, it's all very relaxed down here, and we're taking the easy option for dinner. We thought we were having spaghetti bolognese, which is what it looked like when it came out of the freezer, but we've since discovered
Chili.
it's chili. Thank you,
good.
Issa. We are really looking forward to it. Rupert's in charge of making the rice.
Well, it's really complicated, this dinner.
Yeah, we've had such a hard day, haven't we? We thought we needed to take it easy for dinner. Life's tough on board Sueños. Alan is really hard at it as well. I'm also just sitting out in the cockpit reading my book. Rupert's the only one actually doing anything at the moment. Making a cup of tea. And we're hoping for a good reach overnight to keep us going like this. Okay, so we've just had some excitement. We've now got 3 reefs in, a furl on our jib, and dolphins playing. Quite a lot of them, and having some fun. The sun is shining. It's actually almost how you might imagine it to be. As in the brochures, yes.
No, I can film Oreo film.
I'm never on film.
Okay, here she is.
Hello people, this is actually Oreo. I do exist, I don't just live behind the camera. Gannets. But it might give an idea of the wave because it's quite a big ship and then vanishing.
Oh, you see the swell now? There's a good one. Caught her again. There's a big swell. Look at this one. Look at this swell. That's a big wave. Nah, you see almost nothing on the camera. It looks like they always look pathetic. Oh, this is still the wrong way around, but we can sort that later.
Yes.
Bigger screecher.
Bigger screecher.
The old one. It's a lot heavier. Make it clear. Round. I know you're disappointed. You really wanted me to fuck it up, didn't you? Only a bit. I'm not so disappointed because I'm going to have to take it down again. No, you can always move the sheet, man. Right, we've got to get on the sheet.
Yep.
We have Oriole trying to film dolphins, which have disappeared. And behind you. Oh, look, one came back. One there.
Hey! We have just rolled up the big screecher and we're using the cruising method, which is put the engine on and maintaining more control. Okay? Seems to work well.
Otherwise the boat might round up, right?
Yes.
So racing, we probably put the jib out. What you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you chase. Besides, we need to charge batteries anyway, so we must do 2 things at once.
Yep. Sunday morning, the sun is just starting to give us a little bit of light. We're about 85 miles off the Portuguese coast, planning to make a fuel stop because, as you can see, the sea is really very inky. Not a lot of wind and we're under power again, and there's been quite a heavy fog overnight as well. Clearing a bit behind, but actually still pretty thick up ahead. And we still have our friend the moon, but much smaller than when we started this voyage. Our instruments down below. This is how the saloon is in the night time. Fishing boys. The sun has just made an appearance on the horizon. It's just a really big, very pale pink glow at the moment. It's still a little bit foggy. Little bubbly things floating past. Portuguese man of war. We seem to be going through a little shoal of them. The water maker is being run up for the first time.
Well, it's being tested by
Yes. What taste test verdict, Alan? I want your verdict.
I'll tell you in 2 hours.
Ooh. I'm not going to attempt. I can smell it.
I can smell it.
Are you sure it's not the cup we can smell?
Well, that's what I think it is, because I've been drinking it and I think it's perfectly alright. I've just smelled a bit when it first came out. We can empty the bucket. First bit we can definitely smell.
Now what does
Well,
the bucket?
No, the bucket doesn't count because the bucket had the stuff that came out first, right? So
Yes.
get a glass, I can empty the bucket, put anything in a bottle. No, we'll do that.
Okay.
Now let's get the glass back.
Alan has purified the glass.
Smell that.
Okay, now put water in.
Maybe put a few. Still got a faint now.
Oh yeah.
I can't get any taste to it though. Hold that,
I
doesn't
can't.
have a taste. Hold that on the thing, let me Sorry, I'm Rupert. I'm filling my glass. Back to smell of it. We may be generally smelling what's in there.
No, it's in here.
Yeah, but there's no taste to it.
Yeah, there is.
Well, what we can smell is what's being pickled is a human safe antibacterial thing. There's a biocide they use in medical yeah, by the time we get to use it normally, there'll be lots.
That's what's in the tank.
Yeah.
Let's try. Definitely different.
Yeah, but I don't like the taste of the tap water.
No, but get used to it.
It doesn't taste much. It does not actually normally taste almost anything. No, because there's nothing in it. No, other than water. Virtually.
What filter is it? Is it what kind of filter?
Reverse osmosis. Pushing the water through a very fine membrane.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and it takes the salt cells at a molecular level.
There is a tiny bit of smell, I think, but it probably will disappear because you put biocide in it and it sits there for the best part of 6 months. 5 months. And then it's cleaning. It's not going in a tank, it's going in a can.
I'll try and get a bit of speed on. Wind's picking up slightly. Might be able to see bridge rolling on there. Looks terribly uncomfortable. Not the best angle to see it, but it's the closest we've had. It is not looking good. Yes, rolling an awful lot. Just pulled out a real chart and I asked how old it was because it seems to be a little bit worn. And Rupert?
Well, you've been on Fiery Cross for that long, you'd be warm too. Turns out it has on it the course for the 1995 ASAP. When I went down with Alan Clark and I came back single-handed. This was on our way down. This is from Falmouth to Fiery Cross on the way there, which was a pretty nice trip. Okay, and this is coming back, which was not such a nice trip. We were beating all the way. Look at the zigzags. All the way, northeasterly wind, the whole time. And finally on this chart is Cedeira in 1998, leaving from Plymouth with me and Isa, Sarita, 18 months old, Chris Briggs and Jan. And I think this is our fastest run they ever did on the Cedeira. Was nearly 250 miles in 24 hours. And 8 years, 25,000 miles later, we never did better than that. So that was day one, that was day two. We were round finished there in 2.5 days from leaving England in October. Did have a habit of doing these things at the wrong time of year. So here we are on the way back. On the way back again, so we're just coming up to somewhere about here somewhere now. Basically up the coast of Bayona's up here. Grania here and back. Oh, there's something else on here too. Bits of writing when Mervyn and Alan and Alex were bringing Fiery Cross back from Newport in 1988 after the single-handed transatlantic race. This is not me.
Not your writing.
No. Mervyn, and that's Mervyn and Alan. And
so this chart was obviously such a
and they put what they had for lunch on there. Dinner a bit much.
I think they must have been becalmed at that point to make a point of writing down what they had for dinner. Curry and pasta, snack, crackers, whoopee. It says whoopee.
That's not very good.
And sweet. Well, it might have been the first meal they managed.
Yeah, I think they stopped in Flores. I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like they must have come from Flores. So the charts obviously been across the Atlantic several times. Probably about 4 or 5. No, I'm sure I bought this before the single-handed transatlantic race.
Something like this is quite a precious memory, and with the electronics, you wouldn't necessarily get that, would you?
No, you don't tend to keep it, do you?
No.
Yeah, record it. You hardly record it. You got logbooks and everything written in because you write in your position all the time. In case everything goes down, so you know where you are.
Yeah.
These days, generally got so many backups, you don't bother. You do write down the positioning every 12 hours, but
that's it.
We used to do it every hour.
Yeah.
So when it went wrong, we could backtrack, work out where we might be.
The chances of your current electronic system still living in another 20 years, what do you reckon?
Not much. This isn't 20, it's 30 years.
30 years. Wow.
30 years. More than 30 years old.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody write down what they had for lunch on a chart before, I have to say. Chart repair operations going on. Really a very precious chart. February 1987.
All out yesterday's.
Rupert, having made lots of lovely, tasty, fresh water, and we are running the engine, so we have full tanks and hot water. I've just treated myself to my second shower, which is unheard of in this lovely head. What a treat. There's the washing machine. I haven't actually had to put anything in the washing machine yet, and it's actually so calm outside that I was able to open the hatch to give it an airing out in here as well. Quick look out on deck from here. Proper treat. Thank you, Sueños. Ice cream and strawberries and tea in the sunshine.
Yeah, very pleasant.
Okay. It's the first yacht that we've seen since we left the Canaries, and it's another catamaran. We're just approaching Cascais for a quick fuel pit stop. Fuel is closed until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, so we're going to anchor off and have a nice dinner and then head up north first thing tomorrow as soon as we fueled up. It's a bit dark. Cascais, about 8:30, Monday the 25th of February. We came in last night, enjoyed a nice dinner and a few drinks, and we are now just preparing to go in alongside to the marina and pick up some fuel and head off. Still as yet uncertain exactly where we will head. There are some fairly impressive waves coming up behind the sea wall there every now and then, and breaking over there. Quite an impressive anchorage. The marina entrance is tucked inside the sea wall here. As you can see, there are moorings outside the marina. You just have to watch out for anchored boats and fishing buoys as well as mooring buoys. And from here there's a high-speed shuttle into Lisbon. So if you are cruising down the coast here, it's a great spot to stop. Alan was up first, not sure what time, but in time to see the sunrise.
I was up with the sunrise.
So he's busy whilst the rest of us are still coming round, I think.
The waves breaking at the shore at Cascais on a beautiful morning.
Wow, leaving Cascais into some fairly large swell here. We've been watching it breaking in over the wall, but this is pretty impressive. Hold on. Woo! You can see it breaking in around there. We could hear it last night, but we couldn't see it. Maybe just as well in the dark. Okay, on the way down. Right. Lobster pots just off the entrance to Cascais, so if you're coming in here, keep a good lookout. They really aren't far off the marina entrance, harbour entrance. Look at those waves. Wow.
Watching the swell. Guys, we're leaving. Lovely morning. Good fun watching these waves. Oh, that's a good one. Look at that. Look at that one.
Cabo Rojo, the westernmost point of mainland Europe, and I think that once we're around this corner we'll get the sails up and see how we sail. Looks like there's some pretty spectacular rock formation around the other side of there.
It's further west than Cape Finisterre or Cape St Vincent. The mist is all off the sea spray. Waves breaking on the rocks. That looks like granite. That's obviously something else. You're into some sort of sedimentary rock. I can't see what it is here. Clearly there's a contact somewhere in the corner here. You can see it changes colour. Looks like granite. Not close enough. So whatever that is, it's dipping that direction. Yeah, well the cloud is just mist from the breaking waves.
Spray.
Spray.
That's good, that one, yeah. More catamarans. It's very strange that the only other pleasure boats that we've seen out here are catamarans. These are the second and third today. Cabo Caballero. bit of coast. So basically the forecast isn't great.
We're supposed to get away and see, but not do anything else, right? Until we get another day or two further north, the forecast is more accurate. So we decide.
Yep.
What we're deciding now. But it doesn't look very promising, I have to say. Go all the way on.
Some pretty...
On the current forecast, if it stays the same, we won't be going.
Yeah.
Right?
Some pretty nasty weather coming in.
Whether we'll be waiting a few days, I mean, a week, or whether we leave the boat for 2 or 3 weeks, we don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
Marina price is not unreasonable. Yeah, the marina price is not really, it's not going to be an issue, it's quite reasonable. What's the same to be back again for a month. I might, they'll probably do it day to day, so I'm pretty sure when I was there, 3 weeks marina charge was just near enough the same as a month. Yeah, so I forget it for a month, the boat was stuck there. It takes the pressure off, we'll go put it for a month. It looks good after 2 weeks, we'll go away, come back. So,
Alan and I are doing a combi dinner. Alan's doing wedgie potatoes.
do your baked potatoes if you like.
In the oven as the engine is on, and as yes, my baked potatoes disappointed him last night because the skins weren't crispy.
Which is like, I've never had baked potatoes quite like that before.
So Alan is doing the potato wedges and I will do the fish. So we will have a coordinated effort at dinner tonight.
Someone's nicked all the peas. Someone's used all the peas. Used all the peas.
There are some peas, just not that many. Only one that I could find, yes. Do you want to have a look? An excavation? Actually, I probably ought to put the camera into the freezer at some point.
Just because it's getting overheated.
No, to have a look at our wonderful supplies that we have. You want to turn the heating on tonight?
I think it's going to be a cold night.
It was chilly last night, actually.
Yeah, I can see all the stuff you've been writing about us now.
How's your 0.5 G&T?
Well, it's actually drinkable, not bad. I think if you would serve that with a slice of lemon and a slice of Q-tip.
Sunset on the 25th. Little island off the Portuguese coast that I'm told has a nice anchorage on this side of it, opposite Beniche. But unfortunately, we're still motoring. Dawn on the 26th of February. Sunrise over Portugal. It's absolutely beautiful. Bad timing for waking up, Rupert.
Yeah, I know. I haven't had me.
You haven't had your tea yet.
I was amazed that some people can go to work just like picking up a bloody camera. Hey! Yeah, we thought we were going to get a laugh.
That's not bad.
This is the racing skipper too. Oh, I gotta win every
A bit more. Happy with that?
Yeah, it's okay.
We're enjoying some absolutely glorious sailing. It's really warm. We are making between 8 and 9 knots, 8.7, 8.8. Lovely reach. Got the big screecher up, but so rudely filmed me winching out.
On a rare occasion doing
actually doing something, yes. And we're flying along. Yeah, it's beautiful. Heading for Bayona, which makes me very excited because I used to live there. Sueños has done brilliantly so far. Seabirds definitely think there's something worth having on that one. Take that. Nicely done. Very nicely done. Coming into the entrance at Bayona, there are lobster pots everywhere. We've now picked up 2 and quite a lot of surf just there. The Islas Diaz up ahead.
Well, there's another one. Just run over a huge floating mine. Lovely evening, but I'm not exactly looking forward to the swim to check out. It's cold as you think, actually.
So, approaching.
We are coming into Bayona.
El Parador La Real de Bayona. So we are going to anchor off. We had a superb couple of nights in Bayona, enjoying the beautiful surroundings and the delicious Spanish delights on offer in the yacht club and further ashore in the old town. For me, it was a real highlight to be able to head up into the hills and visit my old home and old neighbours along with their latest additions, a quick meet and greet with some of the extended family, and then loaded up with produce including a couple of the best octopus any of us had ever eaten. Finally, a quick goodbye with some really good friends, and we were ready to go. Leaving Bayona, I think it's definitely the coldest morning we've suffered so far. The sun is just about to come up. It is chilly. Passing the Islas Diaz, which are a marine conservation area. So all of us have had great experiences anchored off here, but you're no longer allowed to do that. You have to come as a day tripper. And we're heading to Muros. So Alan has now acquired himself some more heavy-duty hooks because we had successfully hooked a couple of fish, but the hooks just bent out. So we're hoping for a little bit of good fishing today.
Both really sheets. Yeah, so we didn't know what to have. In fact, because of the jib track goes far enough back, that combination of the two, you can set that back up.
There he was. Don't know if I got him. Just rounding Finisterre. Wind has died again and we are heading to Catamarans, I think. Plan has changed from Muros. Alan is having a bowl of chicken and potato. Finisterre, you can see the light on the point there. Coming up to the entrance into Catamarans, looks like possibly an old monastery on the headland there, and it's a bit of a dog leg to get in. Lots of wind turbines around here as well, on the hillside over there and also up there. Little harbour with a marina tucked in here. So we just popped our nose in to have a look at this harbour here, which looks pretty sheltered inside the entrance, but we are heading to Catamarans, which is up ahead there. Friday morning, 1st of March, perhaps? Not quite sure.
Inch punch!
First of a month.
No returns.
Looking atmospheric here, but looking like we might be encountering our first rain whilst underway.
No negative thoughts.
Well, I'm actually wearing my waterproof trousers in readiness. Although I'm about to go down below and make us some more tea, which seems to be the right thing to do in the circumstances.
Some nice tea, please.
Would you like some nice coffee?
Oh, I'd like some.
Okay. It seems that we have rain ahead, but so long as the crew are well supplied with teas and coffees, there is no problem. Rupert says that
I think this should have really been a Finisterre. It's much more spectacular. So it's northwesterly point, I think. Whereas Finisterre is now the most westerly. It's much more spectacular as a cape. Shaggy rocks, shaggy bits of cape.
really beautiful with the wafts of mist and the early morning sun poking through the dark clouds. We've been living with the squeak. Rupert's decided to
Big one now. Go around that bit. Go around that bit and then in through there. As long as we're agreed. Yeah, let's do that. Same thing, more accurately. Here, in case something happens, right? 3 kilometers far down.
we're passing Punto Roncudo.
I'm sure that wasn't working. No one else. Well, they won't know
No. It's very pretty, and between the point and an island as well. So we're going the adventurous route. So we're coming inside the island. There's a reef over there where every now and then the waves are breaking. Alan just said it comes to about 1 metre below datum.
About 200 metre gap between the reef. Yeah, that's it, yeah.
There's the reef. Lots of seabirds. I think we're heading towards the second reef. You can see the swell maybe. We did encounter lobster pots right in the middle of the 200 metre gap. So be careful if you're coming this way. Lobster pots. We've lost the wind again. Beautiful, gentle sailing, 7.5 knots, and the sun has also come out, so it's quite warm. And to make the most of the fact that we're cruising, I'm going to go and have a lengthy shower. Not too lengthy, Rupert. Over there, you can see the point, I hope, with the tower on it. The second tower is the oldest working lighthouse in the world, built in the 2nd century by the Romans, just outside La Coruña in northern Spain, Galicia. Hooray, Galicia. Tower of Hercules, poking up on the horizon. Last drop of the main, approaching La Coruña. So as Alan just pointed out, we've sailed over 1,000 miles, and really these are the first boats that we've seen actually sailing. We're also further north than we have been previously, so they're obviously keen round here. Sada, nice little town, quite a big marina in the middle of a beautiful, great big, quiet bay with more sailing going on than we have seen anywhere else. If you're not satisfied with the placement of the cleats on the pontoon, if you're Alan, you simply move it. The wind is up, so Alan and Rupert are securing up, doubling up extra lines using the anchor rope. It's pretty breezy, but it's quite a warm wind and there's not too much movement here in the marina. So, slightly concerned about the lines chafing. There's quite a surge going on in here, so it's old t-shirt tied up with cable ties to prevent that one from the chafe. Watermaker has made us really tasty water. Rupert is now putting it to bed for a few weeks.
It's very complicated. You put a hose in a bucket with water and biocide.
So you're sucking up pure water that's come out of the watermaker, is that right?
With some biocide and preservation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so turn it off before it gets to the bottom.
Okay. Rupert is cleaning out the log. When did you last clean it, Rupert?
Oh, in La Palma.
Okay.
Oh,
So
it was pretty clean. Wasn't much wrong with it.
it's
It
a,
was tiny bit.
regular maintenance job.
Well, you got to clean every so often. That's so it slows down. It doesn't get the barnacle things grow on it.
I have to say your bilge looks lovely and clean.
No, it's only got water in it because I took this out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Normally it's dry. It will be dry in a minute.
We thoroughly enjoyed our time in the fishing port of Cedeira, exploring the town and marvelling at some of the ancient relics in evidence on the quay. And of course, we also made the most of the local fare, enjoying what was on offer in the local bars and restaurants. Has Rupert shouted at you?
Never. Ever. In his whole life.
I'm certainly not going to say anything different. Otherwise, it's going to be fun forever.
Come on, Alan. Rupert, have you shouted at Alan at any point?
Of course, I'm sure I have. Okay, yes.
Here we are, just leaving Cedeira. Okay, truly on our way now. It's passing the entrance to El Ferrol. And his woolly hat, everything. A lovely sea, a bit of wind against tide, yeah, but further from the coast. This is not the sun, the moon. About to set at dawn. We are somewhere in the middle of the Bay of Biscay. Still sailing. Here is the sunrise. Ships are in the lanes. Actually between the two at the minute. It's pretty morning, some black clouds ahead. Light winds, shaking out the reef. 6 knots at the minute. Just a bit close to the wind to justify the screecher, small screecher up to sea. Now have the screecher up, taking the wind as we go with it. Sail as long as we can. Done 120 miles so far, sailing all the way. Here we are in the middle of the Bay of Biscay. Beautiful afternoon. We're going along with main. The wind's beginning to die. Engine will be on in a minute. There's Alan coming to inspect it. Wondering why we're going so slowly. It's Wednesday the 20th of March. Information here, we have 268 miles to go to Falmouth. Dropped down to about 4.5 knots. 7 knots of apparent wind, and then round about 8 knots. 5 to 6 knots of true. Not bad, but it will take us a while to get there at that speed. So I think we're entering the centre of the high pressure. So I think there'll be a bit of motoring for a while, unfortunately. But we've done pretty well to get sail 160-70 miles without any motoring. So there's not enough fuel to get to Falmouth if we do have to motor all the way. And here we have gone back about 200 years. 200 years to find sailing ships from Denmark. If you watch carefully, it's rolling like mad in the swell. I guess the sail trading ship called Denmark on its way to Portsmouth, Dominica, ETA a month's time. And now we're back to sailing. That's more like it. It's a little tide here. Used to not half tide. Now it's with us. It's respite for nearly 24 hours of motoring. So I clean the Exodus with its stern extensions compared to what it used to be. 6 or 7 knots through the water. 2 knots of... Here we are, the demonstration of the having incorrect charts. Something seems to have gone wrong with the GoPro. The battery only lasts about... Okay, we zoom out. That shows, you see where the ships are coming down, appear to be outside the separation zone. Well, in fact, that's marked incorrectly on the fuller scale chart, and the more detailed chart is in the correct position. This one here, and the ships are now in the right place. Interesting, something to be aware of. Here we are, England at last after 7 months, nearly 4,000 miles. There's a point, sun just coming up on the 22nd of March. Another beautiful day. Here we are, just passing Manacles Buoy over there, Hereford River entrance, Falmouth. Wind is dead behind, so we're just motoring in. About 6 or 7 knots of breeze. Sun is up. 7:30 in the morning. And here we are, entering Falmouth at last. We already dropped the sails, put everything away, so we got the boat almost packed up before we arrived. Alan's just tying on the stern fender. Here is at 8:30 in the morning. So it took us 2 days, 20 hours, 420 miles. First day, I beat hard on the wind all the way. Then motoring, and then it's actually much nicer and more sailing than we thought.